Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So guys, this is what I will get. I'll share the zip folder with client uh, as an Azure engineer. The client will extract that, or someone will be helping him, obviously. And here you get the details. Look at this. You don't have to worry about it, but I'm just showing it to you for your information. Here you will have the complete information of your uh, login, etc. ये सारी information जो है यहाँ पर मिलती है. Look at this. This will have all the information which you would have configured manually if you would have installed that, right? This is one. This has Azure configuration. This is generic data. Let's see what do we have in generic. In generic, look at this. You have your virtual network name, your routes. This is creating a route. What type have you used? All this information you would have filled if you wouldn't have selected downloaded from here. You would have filled manually, right? If you don't want to do that, it's a better idea that you download it from here, right? Similarly, यहाँ पर कोई option होगा, यहाँ पर everything you will find it. Now the key method here, or the key component here for which we downloaded here, it's the Azure client, pre-configured Azure client. If your machine is 32-bit, this is what you're going to use. But nowadays, I don't think so anyone is using 32-bit machine. In OS, in fact, in servers, they have stopped creating 32-bit machines. So maximum will go with 64-bit machines, right? So 64-bit machine, this folder I'm going to use. This is the client I'm going to use, guys. Right? Before this, let me go to my laptop settings. And this is happening on client's laptop now. Okay, this is happening on client's laptop. So if I go ahead and search for VPN, you may have Windows 7, Windows 10, सबका अपना अपना अलग अलग configuration settings होगी. ठीक है, यहाँ पर I don't see any VPN. I have an option to add VPN, but I have a better option. I'll install that और वो अपने आप यहाँ पर आ जाएगा. ठीक है, so I'm installing this one. I double click on this. It is giving some warning that PC might be active, etc. It's okay. I'll go at more info and I'll run it anyway. It takes some time. Here it is. It is asking me a pop-up whether yes or no. I'm not sure if you are able to see it or not. Sometimes it stucks the sharing. Sharing में आता नहीं है वो, but simple yes or no. I clicked on yes. Then I get this pop-up. Do you wish to install VPN client? I click yes. Then I simply got one black window and it disappeared immediately. So it is installing. Unfortunately, we don't get any confirmation at the end. So just have to wait for some time. And then I can go to settings and see if the VPN, if VPN is visible here. So can you guys see this VPN? It's again here available. Now, what do I have to do? It's simply click on connect. But before that, let's check my IP address. What is my IP address, guys? 192.168.1.3. Right? Now I want to connect to the other network, to that machine. So I will require one of the IPs which is configured on the VPN. So to get that, I will connect. The moment I click on connect, I get this pop-up. I click on connect. Connect. Again, I've got a pop-up. I have to say yes. It is establishing the connection. And it's done. Can you see it is connected? Now if I run ipconfig, I have my usual address 192.163, but with that, can you see I have one more address? I had taken this series, if you remember, 10.0.0.0. So I've got the IP address 10.0.0.2. And now if I am trying to access this machine 10.2.0.4, what do you think? Will I be able to access or not? Yes, guys. Will I be able to access this or not?
Yeah.
Any step pending? Nothing is pending. We have completed everything. So here it is. Even if I am here, you don't have the password, that's a different thing. If one of you are doing the practical and if you try to connect to my machine, it's okay. You don't have to go inside. If you are getting this pop-up, which means you have the connectivity. Connectivity has been established. Now I have the password, I don't have the password. That could be a different troubleshooting. But still, just to show you, here it is. I am able to connect to that machine. Got it, guys? So this is our point to site practical, point to site connectivity, point to site VPN practical. Any questions, any doubts? Anyone is trying? Anyone wants to do it on his or her laptop? If not, then I'll delete it. If you guys are trying, then I'll keep this set up for some time. But it takes a lot of amount. So even if you're doing, I would suggest you to do it a little early, maybe in an hour or so. Anyone it's planning to try this? At least the connectivity part where I have shared the certificate, where you have to install the certificate and install this VPN client, connect to client, and then try to take RDP of the machine. Anyone is trying to do that, guys? If not, I'll delete it.
I'll do that. I mean, I have been. Uh,
Okay, I'll keep the machine till 2 p.m. I'll keep the setup till 2 p.m. You guys can try before 2 p.m. If you face any problem, let me know. If you need any information, let me know. After 2 p.m., I'll be deleting the setup. Okay,
sure.
so
I will
this
just
is,
require the certification passport.
yes, that I'll give. I did not uh, share that purpose. I just wanted to see who's asking that, because that's the way I will come
Razak
to
here.
know. Yes. No, I'll type it here. Don't worry. I just wanted to see if someone is asking. That's the way to check whether someone is doing or not. Right? Because without the password, you will not be able to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So I've shared the password as well. So that is done, guys. Now let's see what else can we cover here. Related topic. We have 30 minutes left. Let me show you ExpressRoute. Okay. Though we will not be able to do the practical of ExpressRoute, but let me show it to you. By the way, let me ping this machine. Okay. Will I be able to ping this machine now? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, you don't
Yeah.
have to.
VPN is connected.
Yes, you don't have to turn off the firewall every time. You have done it once, so it's okay. See, now I'm able to connect to this machine. And the moment I disconnect from my VPN, you will see. See, I've disconnected from my VPN, and the moment I'm disconnected, it's network time request timeout.
Mhm.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So let's stop this. I will delete it from my side. I don't need it. I have already shared this file with you. Look at this, RDP also gone. The moment VPN is gone, connectivity is gone. Okay, I don't need this one as well. I have shared the zip file with you guys. I don't require this one as well. I have shared it with you. Root certificate I have already deleted from my machine. Here it is. If I delete this root certificate, you guys will not be able to connect it, right? If I delete it from here, you guys will not be able to collect it. Or if I make any changes here in my root certificate, your client certificate is useless. Understand, these two are in a combination. I cannot do कि यार आप root बना लो मैं ये बनाऊंगा. That's not the way it works. Because in this one I'm putting some variables. I'm putting some variables, same variables I'm using here. So these are interlinked. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि root certificate मेरा और client आपका. It's simple example I've given you, lock and key, right? This is the lock and this is the key. So only this combination has to be used. So if you are using it, make sure you use root certificate this one and client certificate one. That's enough. You don't have to go with the second one. OneNote is already shared with you guys. If you're not doing this practical end to end, if you just want to connect to my VPN, I have already shared the certificate with you. You have to import that certificate and you have to install the VPN, Azure VPN client, like just I explained, and you will be able to connect it. And based on your operating system, I'm not sure which one you are using. You just have to go to settings. This is Windows 11. So you directly get VPN settings and you just have to, you will see it here. Automatically, you will see it here. You don't even have to do anything. The moment you install, you will see it here, right? Old Windows, Windows 7, etc. You guys will see it where the network settings are available. वहां पर दिखता है वो. ठीक है. In old Windows, maybe Windows 8 में भी VPN setting दिख जाएगा. So in Windows 7, this is where you will see it, somewhere here. यहाँ पर कहीं पर दिखेगा आप लोगों को. And ठीक है, and then you will guys be able to connect it. Right, so this is your point to site. I'm keeping this set up till 2 p.m. Anyone wants to connect, import the certificate, download that, and try to connect. These are my machine's IP. You don't have, if you want, I'll share the password with you, but you don't require the password. I told you, even if you uh, even if you get the login window, it's more than enough for you to establish that fact that the connection has been established, right? It has been checked. You're able to log in or not log into operating system, that's a different case. Okay. So now let's go ahead and check ExpressRoute. Okay. So ExpressRoute, guys, what is an ExpressRoute? ExpressRoute, it can be done. It's just, by the way, first thing, it's site to site connectivity. It's not point to site. I cannot have ExpressRoute as an individual. Okay. To connect your on-prem to VNets, to Azure VNets, there are two methods. One, which we did yesterday, VPN. Yeah, another one is ExpressRoute. Site to site, this is very frequently asked question, guys. Differences, okay? So site to site is slow and ExpressRoute is fast. Site to site is over internet. ExpressRoute is over private line. Site to site traffic is encrypted. ExpressRoute is not encrypted, but obviously the app level encryption can be done, but it's a private line, right? Site to site is cheaper. ExpressRoute is costly. Okay. ExpressRoute, use Azure ExpressRoute to create private connection between Azure data center and your infrastructure on your on-prem, right? Or you can say, if you don't want to go over the public network, right, then you can use it. It's obviously more reliable, it's faster, but it has more cost, right? What all do we require for that? We require your ExpressRoute circuit. Obviously we will not be able to do this practical, guys. ठीक है? Why? I'll show you. Practical नहीं कर पाएंगे हम लोग इसका, but I'll explain it to you कि क्यों नहीं कर पाएंगे. But what all do you require? You require an ExpressRoute circuit. Once you have the circuit, इसके आगे का configuration we cannot do. So let me go to the portal and I'll show it to you. So here it is, ExpressRoute circuit. If you want to see, you'll go ahead and search for ExpressRoute circuit. You will click on create. Select your resource group. I'm going ahead with standard. Take a look at this. How it works, I'll explain it to you. First, you'll select your region. Let's say that my data center is in India. Circuit name, I can give anything. I'm using, if I use direct, I'm using Azure's line, which is not available everywhere, which is a difficult one. We are selecting through a provider. Now, what all providers do I have here? Look at this. So I'll have to select the peering location. What is a peering location? The location where the ISP will provision the connection. आपका data center कहाँ पर है? ठीक है. So I'm saying my data center is in nearest one. I'll have to select. Okay, Pune. Luckily, I have Pune. Who is the provider? With whom do you want to do this setup? You definitely require an ISP or a telecom provider for this. So who do we have here? We have Tata, we have Sci-Fi, we have this one, Linkstrom or Lightstrom, sorry. And then we have Airtel. Let's say I'm going ahead with Airtel. What is the bandwidth I want? have a 200 Mbps bandwidth, जैसे आपका इंटरनेट कनेक्शन होता है ना वैसी ही चीज है, राइट? SKU, what are the differences, ये यहाँ पर आप पढ़ सकते हो. I'm going ahead with standard metered connection. Next, do this and create. Simple. That's all you have to do on the portal side. इसके बाद जो है बहुत सारा कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होता है. You get some login IDs etc. from your telecom provider. They will have to literally lay a line. So how it works, I'll tell you. Here it is. So let's say your data center, my data center is in Viman Nagar, right? Now यहाँ से Azure का data center कहाँ पर है पुणे में? Though we don't have the address, let's say we have it in Kharadi. So from Viman Nagar to Kharadi, laying a line, is it impossible for one ISP or telecom provider जो लाखों में चार्ज कर रहे हैं, जिनको ऑलरेडी इतना लाइन बिछा, is it impossible for them? Yes,
No.
guys, what do you think? No, definitely not. They already have the cables. In fact, उनमें से बस कोई एक मुझको लीज पे दे देंगे, and then I'm done. I'm directly connected with my Azure data center. Directly connected. But imagine I'm little bit far. ठीक है, I am in somewhere in Lonavala, right? Now laying a line from Lonavala to there, it's again not impossible because lines to across the sea है, यहाँ से US तक lines है, right? I hope all of you are aware how internet works. There are wires, there are cables under the sea. तो cables तो हर जगह है. But connecting that directly for myself, सब मेरे लिए, that will be a little bit difficult. So how it works, Azure ने भी जो है ना अपने POP बना रखे हैं. What is a POP? It's your network POP, point of contact, or what was that? Let me check. Point of presence. Point of presence. Yes, point of presence it is. Okay, so they have created their point of presence. So you can see the point of presence. No matter where my data center is, even if my data center is in Pune, point of presence जो है काफी दूर दूर तक हो गए. Let me remove regions as well. Let's remove networking also. Just check point of presence. So here it is. If I check the point of presence, even if my region is not there, point of presence होगा. Let's say पुणे में एक region है, मुंबई में एक region है, but there is no region in Kolhapur, but there will be a point of presence. What do you mean by point of presence? Azure ने वहां पे कोई data center तो नहीं बनाया है, but they have extended their cabling. कि ठीक है, आप मेरे data center तक केबल नहीं ला सकते हो ना, that's fine. Now look at this. We don't have any data center here. We don't have any data center. हैदराबाद में है, नागपुर. I think this is Nagpur. Here it is. नागपुर में कोई data center तो नहीं है Azure का, right? कोई region तो नहीं है Azure का. But what they have done, they have created a point of presence over there. So someone from that region, if they want to connect their data center, मेरा on-prem data center with Azure data center, so I don't have to do the cabling till Pune or till Hyderabad. I can select the point of presence till Nagpur. नागपुर के point of presence से हैदराबाद के Azure region की connectivity, Azure has already done that. They have their own backbone network. They have done their cabling, etc. Everything it's there. You don't have to worry about it. What you have to worry about it's getting cabling from your data center to Nagpur point of presence. Okay, got it, guys? Also, as a company, you are a bank. Do you think it's your job to do the cabling? Let's say नागपुर से आपका जो है अमरावती में क्लोज है वहां से, ठीक है, और मे बी अकोला, समवेयर यू हैव योर डेटा सेंटर, योर बैंक, वहां के डेटा सेंटर को आपको कनेक्ट करना है आपके ऑन प्रेम डेटा सेंटर को पुणे में. आपका अज्योर रीजन है पुणे, ठीक है, क्लोजेस्ट यू सी नागपुर. आई मे बी रॉन्ग हियर, इसको हम अच्छे से देख सकते हैं. वी आर जस्ट टेकिंग नेम रैंडमली, ठीक है. ज्योग्राफिकली मे बी इससे बेटर कोई हमको मिल जाए. बट इफ यू वांट टू कनेक्ट फ्रॉम देयर टू हियर, as a bank, is it your job? Do you think your employees, your bank manager has the capability to do all these things? या आपकी छोटी सी आईटी टीम, एक बैंक की आईटी टीम कितनी होगी, 100-200 लोगों की, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. डू दे हैव द कैपेबिलिटी ये सब केबलिंग वगैरह करने का? और इज इट योर कोर बिजनेस? डू यू थिंक अ बैंक विल इन्वेस्ट के, ठीक है, केबल्स इंजीनियर को हायर करते हैं, नेटवर्क इंजीनियर्स को हायर करते हैं? नो. अगेन, एज आई गेव यू द फर्स्ट एग्जांपल, इनके एक्सपर्ट्स को रीच आउट करते हैं. इसके एक्सपर्ट्स हैं ऑलरेडी मार्केट में, राइट? दे आर सेइंग आप अपना, you focus on your business, let us take care of this. Outsourcing ऐसे ही तो होता है, right? A telecom industry, they focus on telecommunication plans etc, उसके equipment, उसकी technology. Customer care के they are not experts, so they will outsource it to somewhere, some call center को दे देंगे, right? IT support किसी और को दे देंगे. So similarly, they will outsource their work to the ISP or telecommunication companies. एक बैंक है, this not their expertise. बैंक जो है इसको आउटसोर्स कर देगा. Then they will lay a line वहां से. लाइन डायरेक्टली ले नहीं करनी पड़ती. मैक्सिमम टाइम टेलीकॉम और आईएसपी टाटा वगैरह रिलायंस जियो इनकी केबलिंग यू मस्ट हैव सीन. जियो आने से पहले, जियो फाइबर आने से पहले थ्रू आउट द कंट्री हर जगह जो है ये लोग अपना केबलिंग पहले से ही कर देते हैं. सो दे विल जस्ट गिव यू सम पोर्शन ऑफ दैट वायर कि ठीक है ये आपका डेडिकेटेड हो गया. वो एक 10 Gbps और 1 Gbps के लिए कितना ही केबल लगता है. आई मीन द केबल्स व्हिच दीस गाइस आर यूजिंग फाइबर ऑप्टिक केबल्स और ये जो यूज केबल्स एक एक केबल में काफी सारा बैंडविड्थ ये लोग कवर कर लेते हैं. राइट. दे आर यूजिंग cat 6 और एक्सट्रीम लेवल के हाई potential cables use करते हैं. So it's not difficult for them. So they will say, fine, okay, we are ready to do the connectivity from here till the POP of any Azure. तो let's say आपका बैंक यहाँ पर है कहीं पर. So यहाँ से यहाँ तक की connectivity आपने ले ली. And this is your on-prem data center. This is your Azure region. ठीक है, यहाँ पर Azure रीजन. सो Azure रीजन से यहाँ तक की कनेक्टिविटी Azure ने कर रखी है, यहाँ से यहाँ की कनेक्टिविटी आपके टेलीकॉम ने कर दी. सो नाउ अल्टीमेटली यू हैव डायरेक्ट कनेक्टिविटी फ्रॉम योर डेटा सेंटर टू Azure रीजन. दिस इज योर एक्सप्रेस राउट. Obviously we can't do the practical. Got it, guys? So to configure all that you will require an express route circuit. This is what you have to create. You can deny about it कि यार नहीं मैंने कभी काम नहीं किया इसके ऊपर, because you इमेजिन ये रोज काम होने वाला है नहीं. एक ही बार होता है ये काम. ठीक है, ओनली वंस. एंड यू आर गोइंग देयर विद 2 years एक्सपीरियंस, 3 years, 5 years एक्सपीरियंस एज अ प्लेटफॉर्म इंजीनियर. डू यू थिंक कि सही में आपको एक्सप्रेस रोड का काम मिला होगा? इवन दे अंडरस्टैंड, इवन योर इंटरव्यूअर अंडरस्टैंड. वो आपसे यहाँ पे बैठ के किसी यूएस क्लाइंट का काम करवाने वाला है, मशीन्स वगैरह बनवाना. व्हाई वुड ही बॉदर कि आपने एक्सप्रेस रोड पे कभी जेन्युइनली काम किया है या नहीं किया है? दिस हैपेंस व्हेन यू आर गोइंग फॉर लीड आर्किटेक्ट, जहां पे आप जाके पूरा एक कंपनी का नेटवर्क डिजाइन करने वाले हो, स्क्रैच से ये सब करने वाले हो, तब ये सब काम में आएगा कि डू यू रियली हैव एक्सपीरियंस, ऑन ग्राउंड का एक्सपीरियंस है क्या आपको? You don't have it, it's okay, completely fine. So don't hesitate. You can say, even if I have worked for 5 years, I never got a chance to work on circuit, express circuit, or I never got a chance to configure. But I understand the concept, right? ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप completely blank हो. ठीक है. So look at this. Who's my provider? Airtel. Who's the peering location? Where is the peering location? Pune. Bandwidth, I have selected this. Location, Central India. Okay. Under this connection वगैरह यहाँ पर you guys will require. See, this circuit is not yet provisioned. Who will provision this? The telecom team does that. Authorization, you will have to share some information with them. ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन उनके पास देनी पड़ती है. ठीक है. प्राइवेट नेटवर्क, पब्लिक, ये बहुत सारे इसमें जो है डिटेल्स आती है. ये सब you coordinate with their technical team, your technical team, and then they will provision this. So maximum time this never comes to you. It will never come to you, and you can be upfront and blunt about it. I never got a chance to work. Is this clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So we're done with our not the networking segment. Networking में एक बहुत crucial part बाकी है, but we are done with our connectivity portion at least. VNet peering, VPN, site to site, point to site, and express route. Express route का question maximum जो है ना difference पे ही आता है. What are the differences between VPN and express route? So you should know this. Okay. After this we have, let's pick up. We have 10 minutes. Let's pick up a topic called NSG. Right? We'll discuss about NSG. But before I start that, anyone has any questions, any doubts? Yes, guys, any doubts, any questions? I'm waiting for your answer, guys. Should I proceed if no doubts? Guys, are you able to hear me? Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so let's proceed then. Now, what is NSG? NSG is a full form of NSG in this case. Okay, not talking about our commandos national security guards. NSG here, it's in Azure context. It's network security group. What it does, where do we apply? We are going to see that. First, let me go to portal. Let me show it to you. Where is it exactly? While creating the machine, when I'm creating a machine, I have always asked you to check those boxes. If you remember, I asked you, check these boxes, right? So what is it? Why did you check this? These boxes, guys, you are allowing this traffic to your machine. You're allowing this traffic to your machine. But where are you configuring this? ये configuration हो कहाँ पर रहा है? So you're configuring this on your network security group. So when you go to networking, here you will see network security group. ठीक है, network security groups contains the security rules that allows or deny inbound network traffic or outbound network traffic, right, to simplify the management. So the moment you have selected this, आपके network security group में ये 4 चीजें उसने ले ली. ठीक है, अगर आप select नहीं करते तो वो नहीं लेता. आपने select कर लिया, so he has taken that. Right? So if you want to see network security group, I will type here network, or I can simply type NSG. Here it is, network security group. Though you guys did not create it deliberately, but every time you created a machine, एक network security group बनता ही है. So look at this. This is the network security group. Network security group में कुछ rules होते हैं, which allow the traffic and which deny the traffic, right? Because the moment you create your machine, even if you don't select any of these, but is ये नहीं select करोगे तो RDP नहीं ले पाओगे. But if you have selected this and you have taken the RDP, right? The moment you have taken the RDP, you are able to use the internet. Have you noticed that? Did anyone try to use YouTube or Google or etc. using your virtual machine? Anyone tried that, guys?
Yes.
Does it work or doesn't work?
First that asks to, for the network setting, uh, give the prompt for the network setting.
Hmm.
And after that, I thought that
No, simple question. Internet worked on your machine or not? If you have tried,
should work.
it worked. So how did it work? Where did you allow? आपने तो बना था, कभी नहीं बोला था कि इंटरनेट चलना चाहिए, नहीं चलना चाहिए, right? Or what if you don't want it to work? Then what? What will you do? तो वो सब cover होता है.
HTTPS.
No, this is inbound. Don't just jump. Don't just look at this and this is inbound connection. You are accessing Google from your virtual machine. It's an inbound transaction or outbound transaction?
Outbound.
It's
Outbound.
outbound. ये जितने भी हमने कराई ये सब inbound पे apply होते हैं. Because I should be able to connect to machine using RDP, HTTPS, ऐसे because I did not explain, hence I asked you to check all of these. But whatever it is inbound. Outbound में आपने कुछ किया ही नहीं है. Then how are you able to access the internet? And what if you want to deny the internet? Right? And where it happens? ये सब होता कहाँ पर है? So all of these things will happen on your NSG, right? Now, where does it apply? NSG detailed topic है, will not be able to cover 10 minute में नहीं होने वाला है definitely, right? So just understand the concept and we'll see in the next session कि ये क्या होता है. But first understand the theory part. NSG, Network Security Group. It contains a list of security rules that allow or deny inbound or outbound traffic, network traffic. ठीक है, this is useful for your interview, guys. Interview में ये सारे चीजें आप use कर सकते हो. So very first thing, the definition. This is the definition. Okay, where do we assign it? Where can I assign a network security group? Can I assign it on VNet? No. Can I assign it on subnet? Yes, it can assign on subnet or at the NIC level. Got it, guys? Where can you assign an NSG? You can assign this network security group at the subnet level or at the NIC level, right? These are the key points which you have to remember. These are the interview questions. प्रैक्टिकल में काम नहीं आएगा तो भी आपको ये इंटरव्यू में डेफिनेटली पूछा जाएगा, ठीक है? Each subnet and NIC can have only one NSG, one network security group applied to it. However, one network security group can be applied to multiple subnets or NIC. Are you guys getting it, or any confusion till here? These 4 sentences. Is it clear, guys? If not, I'll explain it to you again. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, it is understanding.
Okay. Next point to remember, you can ignore these two. It's okay. I mean, these are not outdated or invalid, but too much to remember. So I'm sharing the easy one. Your network security group, and this is must ask question, hamesha पूछते हैं, right? Your network security groups will have 6 by default rules unless you do anything. The moment you check those boxes, those are not default rules. Okay, you are implementing them. But what are the default rules? If you don't check anything, how many default rules are there? Total are 6. 3 inbound rules, 3 outbound rules. Guys, remember these numbers, very important. They do ask in your interview. Okay, यहाँ पर जो network security group देख रहे हैं हम लोग, it has more. Why it has more rules? Can anyone tell me if when I say that it has only 6 rules by default? So why do I see extra rules here? Let me open this. How many rules do you see, by the way, here in total? Are there 6 or more than 6?
10 rules.
10 rules.
More
I am
than
saying
6.
I am saying only 6 are default. तो ये remaining 4 rules है, ये कहाँ से आए?
ये हमने अलाउ किया
That
था
we
ना
have created.
Yes. At the
We
time of
have allowed
creating the machine, you checked those boxes. So you edited the network security group, right? So that is the reason we have it here. If we wouldn't have done that, यहाँ पर 6 rules दिखते हैं, which are default rules, and very favorite question, one of the favorite questions. ठीक है? So again, to recall, network security group, it contains a list of security rules that allow or deny. It's not only to allow or not only to deny. They can allow or deny network inbound or outbound traffic, both, and on or दोनों cover करते हैं. It can be associated at the subnet level or NIC level. If I have a machine, तो उस machine के subnet पे मैं लगा सकता हूँ. तो all the machines in that particular subnet will be covered in the by that rule, right? Or I can apply it at the NIC level. एक particular machine के एक NIC पे मैं लगा सकता हूँ, ठीक है? Each subnet and NIC can have only one network security group applied at the time. What does it mean? That on a subnet A, if I have applied a network security group named UT-Kloud, I cannot apply another network security group which will be called T-Soft. I cannot do that. One subnet, only one network security group. But that network security group, if I have a network security group named UT-Kloud, that network security group can be applied to multiple subnets. वो जो है आपके सबनेट A, सबनेट B, सबनेट C, सबनेट D, सब पे एक साथ लग सकता है. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Similarly on NIC, you can have only one NSG at the NIC level. But वही जो network security group जो आपके NIC पे लगा है, वो NIC multiple NICs पे भी लग सकता है. Sorry, वो network security group multiple NICs पे भी लग सकता है. ठीक है? Then there are 3 default rules in inbound and 3 default rules in outbound. I will be explaining this in next session. We have only 3 minutes. It will be too much for you today. So understand these basic things at least. Okay? 3 rules default, 3 rules default. Network security group. These rules, by the way, these default rules, it cannot be removed. It cannot be deleted. Cannot do anything about it. So if one of the rules says internet is allowed, look at this. Can you see the rule number 5, guys? In outbound, rule number 2. What does it say? Allow internet outbound. So it is allowing the internet. That is the reason your machines are able to access the internet. Now I don't want your machine to access the internet. Can I delete this rule?
No, we cannot.
No, we cannot remove the rule. We cannot delete the rule. However, if you want to make some changes, we can create another rule and we can override this rule. So I will create another rule and I'll say internet not allowed. But then there will be conflict. One rule says allowed, one rule says not allowed. Your network security group or your NIC, it will follow which rule? So it will always follow the rule which has lower priority number. Can you see the first column at the right? It has priority number 650001.
Yes.
So I will have to create a rule which says allow internet, deny internet outbound. I will have to deny it, but I'll have to make sure that I give the priority number lesser than this. But I cannot use 64,000 भी use नहीं कर सकता हूँ. क्यों? When you are creating the network security group priority rule, a custom rule, then you can use between 100 to 4096. Between 100 to 4096. तो आपने अगर 4096 भी यूज कर लिया, it is still fine. ठीक है? Then your internet will not work because you will use a rule deny internet outbound, use the priority 4096, which is a smaller number than 65,001, and your internet will not work on that. Is this clear, guys? This is only the theory part. Don't worry, we'll repeat and we'll do the detailed practical of this. But at least for the interview and this week, follow the VPN practical and read this properly. Right, I'll be sharing some questions now based on networking, not giving any homework. It's up to you guys till 2 p.m. If you want to try the point to site VPN, do that. Site to site, please complete that and share the screenshots, etc. I don't have to give any instructions in that. You all know what needs to be done. Watch the video, complete it, check the OneNote, and you will have everything. Okay. See you guys next week, Saturday, and we'll start with NSG. Bye, guys.
Bye.